So you have to live together in that world and to live in the peace, to live and work together. So all the countries in the world have to work in order to create the best of all possible world. So realize that the world is sick. Everyone complains about everyone. In our country, the leader are always beat the better persons in the head of their country. We are condemned to live together. So what is the sickness exactly? Our sickness is manipulator. Our sickness is the manipulator. We are all always in the same fix that narcissistic perverse. So in 5 videos, we are talking about narcissistic perverse. Welcome to Objective Santé, your well-being channel. Will allow you to discover or to diagnose the sickness of that road. So we are always on that road. We have to give well because we cannot go anywhere to live. So you have to find the causes of the sickness and treat it in order to create the better of life. And I said the world is sick because of the human being who are sick. Who are there? There are manipulators. When is sickness is acute listeness is a manipulator. When ends it become a chronic illness is narcissistic perverse. Who is manipulator and who is narcissistic perverse? We talked about manipulator in the last video. So let's go to watch the last video and we go to know the mind definition of manipulator before talking about a narcissistic manipulator. Now let's go and come back in order to keep on. The manipulator to diagnostic, there are several signs. So we have to find all several before saying that somebody is a manipulator. So right now, we are going to talk about a few signs. So you have to find all several of the signs before saying that somebody is a manipulator. The manipulator is somebody who wants to create an association, won't do it himself, will ask you to do it, and you'll try to be in the head of the association. So when you create your association, you will get inside and will try to be in the herd because the manipulator, they are the tiny children who are in the biggest body. They have to you with some body and come back or frozen that. The manipulator hadn't any subject and is when is achieved is subject, it will create another subject. So I'm going to give you only 6 signs to recognize when manipulators. So I said you have to reject that signs in somebody before saying that is a manipulator. There are several kinds of signs, but only 6 is enough to say that somebody is manipulator. We have to find out before saying that your partner is a manipulator or your colleague in your work is a manipulator. So when you decide to create a school in your village, you go to create an association in order to create or build the school of the village. When you will finish to put your directions in order to 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 build that school, the manipulator among you try to be a member of your direction, or you try to be the head in the association in order to be able to realize his sickness, which is to manipulate you. A defect of a manipulator is always to be where you find you the idea and you like to realize it. What are the signs of manipulator? The first sign is the manipulator is a dominator. If it asks you to create an association to be the head master or to create it, you did it before, it come in order to be among you, in order to manipulate you. So he may to be the headmaster or the second or the general secretary or the treasurer. So he had to all to be in the office and he chose his positions in order to be dominant. So you have to know somebody come in your association is fighting in order to be in the directions that the third sign of a manipulator. So when you create that association in order to develop your village, after creating it and you show him the office, he will try to be in the top of your association in order to dominate you. We have to master you. You have 3 methods. First, he will try to use his hierarchical positions. I'm the president, I'm the director, I'm which will honor him. So he would like to master you from that positions. So you create your association to reach a goal, but he have his own object goals to achieve. So it can also be parental authority. He will try to manipulate because of his positions. It can also be your neighbor, but it get in your club. But when he get it, he have to be the person who will dominate everybody. So when you are a wife and you married a manipulator, you have anything to say it. When you are a husband and your partner is a manipulator, you have anything to do because they have always the goal to reach. So that's not the same that the object goal that way you are married. The second sign the manipulator is very, very selfish. Is always think of himself. If you create your association in order to build the school in your village, you will get inside. During we are faking out to build the school of your village is faking how to build its house of the village. So, as is in the top, we'll try to find the person we have to build the school. We'll try no longer and pay for its constructions. It will ask that body to buy the material of construction of the school and had something in order to build his own house in his village. If you want to build that village in ninth month, you will complete it after 25 months. You would like the manipulator to finish before or we have to finish in the same time. So you have to realize he won't accept that the school finish before the finishing of his house. So he would like to build that school from the construction of the schools. So he will try to take all the materials to build his house before. And the first sign of the manipulator is a vampire. You will see there are persons when you are with them, after spending time with them, you lost off, you are very tired. The manipulator is a vampire. If your wife is a manipulator, when you sleep behind her in the morning, you are very tired. You will take off all your vibrations. So you have to take all your energy in order to grow up. You haven't the best idea. You will ask you question. When you reply them, you will try to do that. Surely he will do his own idea. So he will take in your idea and try to realize himself. So when you are beside a manipulator, only 10 minutes is enough to realize that you're tired because the manipulator is a vampire. And if your manipulator realizes that, you have to succeed. You have a date tomorrow. And after that date, when you succeed the interview, then you will succeed, will try to destroy you. Because the manipulator is also going out with the jealousies. So when you say it, you are a wife, and you say your husband, who is manipulator, you have the day tomorrow. You have to reply the interview, and when you succeed, you will have a job. The manipulator, which is very jealous, will try it to consume all your energy, and it will allow you to sleep in order to have a rest. When you will wake up in the morning, you're very tired. You cannot succeed in your interview. You fail your date. That is own idea. When you live with a manipulator, you do all in order to avoid that you succeed your date, to succeed in your interviews where you can be apply a job. It's the same person who is with you, and you have to build the school of your village. Will try to vampire your idea, to vampire our building, because his mind idea is to build, to complete his house of the village. So we have the same idea. We are together, but the manipulator has his own idea. So he will create the sickness in your society because you will lost 5 years. You haven't finished the building of your school because the manipulator will manipulate you in order to fight. It is mine idea is among you, but he have his own idea to 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 reach. So the first sign you have to know the manipulator is the deceiver. When you are with a manipulator, is always with you and is helpful, is attentive, with and it stay behind you. You are learning who you are exactly because he have to manipulate you. The manipulator is always deceived and he try to to do whatever he wants without knowing that is mine idea. The manipulator, when you are in the same role, is his role will keep on the way with you. But when you are in the intersection, when you have to do whatever you want, which is different the way we are in the group, you will discover him because he have to give up you. You'll try before to change the direction. When you realize that is difficult, he will give up you there and keep on his role because the manipulator is a deceiver. Another sign, the manipulator is a liar. The manipulator is always lying. He will say you, my concern is to build the school. My concern is to have the best teacher for the school of the village is lying. His mind idea is to finish his own house in his village. And you have to know the manipulator is a child, is anxious, is stresses, is a madness. The manipulator is always doubting from himself, is always stressed, is always anxious. So he have to put himself down to feel tall. So he have to destroy everybody among him in order to realize that is a bigger. The last signs of manipulator, the manipulator is a delusional. When you discover a manipulator, if you discover is with you, but he have his own idea, is going with you in his own idea, he will say that is in right and there is sincerity in his behavior is wrong is with you, but the manipulator doesn't like to be discovered. When you realize that the manipulator is delusional, you realize that he is sick. Is a sick which is among you, is the sickness of our society, is the sickness of your community, is the sickness of your country. And when you cannot realize what is it will do with you, what is that? Here is the sixth sign we will help you right now to discover a manipulator. The manipulator is always looking for beneficial. When he has what he's looking for, he get away. But what is a narcissistic pervert? The narcissistic pervert, it was somebody who was a manipulator and you realize that he manipulates everybody to be on the top of the mountain. He have everything. He is the president. He have all the saving with him will try to destroy everybody will like to achieve in the same level. That's the difference between the manipulator and narcissistic perverse. The manipulator, when he reach his growth, he go away. But the narcissistic pervert, when he reach his growth, is trying to destroy everybody, everyone who are around him and try to achieve the same level. So during the video, we'll talk about the narcissistic pervert because is the chronic illness in the society, is everywhere in our society, in our job, in our company, in our firm, in our village, in our family, in our, there are everywhere. There are human beings like us, but there are sickness. They are sick and are able to destroy that society because it's there are the sickness of our society. So thank you for your listening. See you in the next video.